Hey guys, welcome to Great Learning. Cloud computing is the future and the future is now. It is a domain that is required in the modern day by all the other domains out there, right? Now, since cloud computing portrays such strong uptrends for the year 2021 and beyond, it becomes important that you have a structured guide that will help you transition into this domain. We understand that you might be coming from various backgrounds like digital marketing, data science, mobile development, and a lot more. Now, keeping all of this in mind, we here at Great Learning have come up with this video answering a very important question on how to transition your career to cloud in the year 2021. Now, at the end of this video, I am sure that all of you all will have a solid understanding of how you can get started with a wonderful domain such as cloud computing. With that, I know you guys are super excited to get started. Well, what are we waiting for? My name is Anirudh Rao. Let's get started. Since you're watching this video, you are either clearly preparing for your dream job. So before we get started, I have something really exciting for you. If you're a final year student or a fresh graduate with less than 1 year of job experience, Great Learning brings you this unique job readiness platform called Career Boost, where you can apply to 400 plus corporate hiring companies. Sounds exciting? Well, complete this video and check out our platform Career Boost, where you can quickly take up a job eligibility test, pass it, and apply for relevant jobs. If you do not score well, do not fret, we have your back. You can prepare from our specially designed courses and take the test again to improve your scores before applying to jobs. More than 500,000 students from 2,000 plus top colleges chose ours. So why wait? Check it out and join for free today. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This is done to make sure you do not miss out on any of the new updates or video releases from Great Learning. And of course, guys, if you enjoy this video, show us some love and do like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, right? So make sure you share this video with your friends, colleagues, and everyone who can make use of it. And at the end of it, make sure to comment on the video if you have any queries or any suggestions, and I'll be more than happy to respond to all of your comments. One thing you should know about a career in cloud computing right now is that it's extremely popular. People are pouring in a lot of money, which makes it a $120 billion plus industry. And of course, after COVID, everyone will look towards cloud computing because everyone is working remotely, accessing servers which are based in the cloud or whatever that is of similar requirements, right? Now, there is a projected 35% growth that's going to happen in the year 2021 in this entire industry. And I believe that is amazing because at the end of the day, with this much amount of growth, it creates a lot of job openings. In fact, thousands of job openings are, perceived for the next year and so. So to complete your roadmap, I'm sure you guys will have a lot of questions on how you can work towards becoming an expert in cloud computing. For example, how do you become a cloud architect? What are the perspectives of even having a career in cloud computing after the pandemic ends? Do you require programming? And of course, is it a compulsion to have a computer science degree to get started at all? Well, let's get started with the first point in the roadmap. You should always begin your journey in cloud computing by understanding the fundamentals. Look towards what cloud computing is, not just as a domain, but as a solution to a variety of problems. Now, there are many types of cloud computing out there. There is a variety of services and solutions that are being offered. For example, you can get an entire infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and a lot more. So it's not just storing your photos on the cloud. It is much more than that. You can perform in-depth analysis, AI related, machine learning related, and a lot of that in a cloud computing domain. So understanding all of this is key. And of course, looking at all the major players today is going to help you a lot. Think about Amazon providing Amazon Web Services. Think about Microsoft providing the Azure platform. Think about Google Cloud Platform, and of course, even the IBM Cloud as well. So these four key players are very important, and a little research into these domains will go a long way in your career.
And of course, once you understand all the fundamentals, the next thing you'll be looking at is understanding operating systems. Now, it is very vital that you know operating systems, you know how these work on a functional level, because in a cloud computing environment, you can have a virtual machine with either Linux running on it, Windows Server, you can have Mac OS, Android. So you can have a lot of customized operating systems as well. So without having the knowledge of working hands-on with these operating systems, it can get very difficult. So make sure you work on operating systems. Make sure you understand certain server specific operating system offerings out there, because having a personalized operating system is very different from how an operating system works in a server domain, in the cloud domain as well. So having knowledge about that, and the third point as mentioned, it is very, very important. Right. So after understanding operating systems, you will have to look towards a certain amount of programming. In my opinion, if you ask me if programming is required in cloud computing, I would say yes. Because even if you do not require straight up programming languages, maybe like Python, C or C++, you definitely have a requirement to work with database languages. Now, when you're working with a lot of data in the cloud computing platform, to handle it, manage it, and store it, you're going to require knowledge of SQL, structured query language. And of course, there are other NoSQL languages which you will need to interact with the database itself, right? But then nowadays, the trend is changing in a way where even cloud computing folks ask for Python. So it is vital to at least have a basic exposure to Python to see how probably you can use a cloud computing platform to provide a solution that is driven by Python, right? And the next thing which is very important is to make sure you familiarize yourself with the .NET architecture out there. This is a very wide and ocean's worth of information. So take it easy, take it slow, but make sure you understand at least the fundamentals of how the .NET architecture works. Later, make sure whenever you're working with any of these concepts, the theoretical concepts are of course fascinating, but always push towards having a hands-on approach where you are monkeying around to figure new things out, to understand something which is maybe not present in the documentation. Of course, exploring around in a tool which you have not used before will definitely pique your curiosity and help you learn that much better. Now, after programming, step number 4 or the path number 4 in your career roadmap is to understand the varieties of platforms. As I mentioned previously, there are 4 key players today who are always trending, and thousands of companies look towards these guys for their cloud solution. So to pick a platform, the first thing you have to do is you have to explore all 4 out there: Microsoft Azure, AWS, GCP, and IBM Cloud. Now, without even ever using AWS, you cannot say AWS is good or bad, or if it's meant for you or not meant for you, right? Think of an ice cream flavor. Without having to try it, you would not know if it's your favorite or if you like it or not like it. So having the basic fundamentals of working with all 4 of these platforms to maybe build a small project, a mini project or something like that, will give you clarity about the platform, the support, the documentation, and a lot more about the domain itself. So make sure you actually spend time with all 4 to hone in on one of the things that, one of the domains that will attract you a lot, and then stick to it and build upon that. Now, after finalizing your favorite domain to work with, the next thing you'll have to look towards is definitely business management, in my opinion. Now, why would you require business management in cloud computing, you ask? Well, many times it so happens that whenever you're providing a solution with respect to cloud computing, you will not be a sole alone worker, right? So you will not be an individual contributor. You will have to be a team player. So it is very vital that you know how to work with a team. You have to have amazing communication skills. And if you're working with clients directly, you need to have the ability to negotiate certain offerings as well, right? Now, you cannot charge one price for all the clients. In many cases, this will not work. So if you're providing a product or a service, you do have to customize it based on whatever is required by the client, and the pricing depends on all of that as well. So you need to negotiate, and you need to make sure that you're getting a good amount of returns on your investment of time and effort and manpower towards providing a solution to the client itself. And among all of these, as a business manager, you will have to look towards knowing how you can provide solutions with multiple different domains, be it AWS, GCP, Azure, and all of these knowing that which service of which provider will work best to solve your problem as well. So this is where the business management comes in, and I would highly suggest when you're beginning to learn cloud computing, especially in 2021, make sure to put in a good amount of time on step number 5 as well. Because after business management, we talk about one of the most important concepts of 2021, which is DevOps in cloud computing. Now, DevOps is one of these things that bridges development and operation. And when you're taking all these up right into the cloud, it's going to require a good amount of knowledge. For example, you need working knowledge of tools such as Chef, Puppet, Ansible, Kubernetes, and all of these. Of course, containerization technology is required with respect to Docker, how you can impart DevOps methodology using virtual cloud environments, and all the latest tools. Now with DevOps, there is one thing you should know is that based on what's trending, based on all the new tools and technologies out there in the market, people will tend to change around and shift around a bit. So it is very vital you are open to learning new things in DevOps and of course implementing them right then and there. So having the ability to learn quickly and to implement a new thing in an existing architecture is something I would highly suggest you guys work on in step number 6. Because after DevOps, one of the most important steps is certification. Now with certification, what usually happens is all of these cloud platforms have examinations on their own. For example, if you're looking towards expertise in Google Cloud Platform, you have 6 certifications there. If you're looking towards AWS, you have 12 AWS certifications there. And of course, if you're looking towards Azure, again, you have 12. With IBM, you have 5. So some of these are examinations, some of these are certification offerings, which if you clear through, and of course with the right knowledge and the right training, if you clear all of these and have a certificate at the end of it, your resume will become very valuable to a potential person who's hiring for this particular domain. Because being certified versus not being certified is the difference between what makes someone a good cloud computing expert versus a great one. So make sure you're putting in a good amount of effort, time, and skill to work on certification offerings as well. Because once you are certified, you would have reached your final destination of how you can begin and work your way into becoming an expert in cloud computing, especially in the year 2021. So make sure you work your way through all these steps diligently as shown in this career roadmap. And at the end of it, do let us know in the comment section about what step has the most impact for your life on this.
Since you're watching this video, you're either clearly preparing for your dream job, I have something really exciting for you. If you're a final year student or a fresh graduate with less than 1 year of job experience, Great Learning brings you this unique job readiness platform called Career Boost, where you can apply to 400 plus corporate hiring companies. Sounds exciting? Well, complete this video and check out our platform Career Boost, where you can quickly take up a job eligibility test, pass it, and apply for relevant jobs. If you do not score well, do not fret, we have your back. You can prepare from our specially designed courses and take the test again to improve your scores before applying to jobs. More than 500,000 students from 2,000 plus top colleges chose ours. So why wait? Check it out and join for free today.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This is done to make sure you do not miss out on any of the new updates or video releases from Great Learning. And of course, guys, if you enjoy this video, show us some love and do like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, right? So make sure you share this video with your friends, colleagues, and everyone who can make use of it. And at the end of it, make sure to comment on the video if you have any queries or any suggestions, and I'll be more than happy to respond to all of your comments.